So my wise decision making strikes once again. Welcome back to the Lost Cause Ranch. Today we wake the Eco Disco back up. It's been kind of used as the job box for all the tools and supplies for the shop build, and it's just been sitting, but it's got some chores to do helping out the shop, and after that it's gonna get a little pampered. And we had a hat giveaway going on related to the Range Rover camper, and I'll get to the winner of that at the end of the video. And we have one more bit of good news. We have a payment received and recorded. That is for the import duties on the missing LS3 Defender parts. It was quite the load, quite the duties. Yellow DHL, yellow Discovery. But that guy is paid. And soon enough, this lonely guy will have all its little friends showing up. She's in a sad state at the moment, dead battery. It has been essentially the job box for the Rover shop build. But we have a lot of our tools that we've been using, because even though it may not look like much in video, the driveway is quite the hill, isn't it, Sasha? And it was getting old lugging everything up and down the driveway each night. But now that we have a roof, we can stuff some of it inside there. But the main thing is we need to figure out how to get that guy back to Menards. That one is worth $160 core for a couple 2x, and we need a man door. So we'll probably have to clear the trailer off, air the Bob Kitty up, figure out what to do with this thing. The sheer amount of screws I've gone through putting the building up has been a shock to me. Here's just some of the empty containers of the stuff for framing. That doesn't include any of the sheet metal screws, but it's gonna be neat to add it all up once it's done. About 20 pounds of screws there, with some more in there, and like 40 pounds of screws for the sheet metal. Sasha's mad at me and pouting because I gave her a bath last night and I told her she can't lay in the dirt. See how much I use this. Take it out of the box. Why would you do that? The old Napa Special did pretty good. It wasn't too long. It's at 50 PSI already. I think that guy was like $100. So my wise decision making strikes once again. The little crate that the trim came in has like $150, $160 core, so that's gonna go back. Gonna throw it on top of the Eco on the roof rack, strap her down. Got the forks on the Bobcat. The little Bob Kitty's been sitting there since we picked up all the steel. And the battery's dead. Not a big deal. Got the jump pack. Except for that I wanted to keep this back away from the driveway so we had plenty of room. And I backed it into a tree. Battery's right there. Door doesn't quite open. So as it turns out, that's a lot heavier than it looks. So we're gonna go with trying to yank the Bob Kitty forward here using the old winch on the Eco, which has a dead battery. So this is just going spectacular. It died as soon as tried to winch out with no load. But either way, there is a traction lock on the Bobcat, so hopefully we can just skate it on the dirt, but not sure. So we got just enough roll out of it to get the door open and hooked up. Comes in handy once again. Sasha doesn't get bothered for nothing. Oh, there, well, we hit the knot. Now you get up finally. Oh, sit back down. You want, hey Sash, you want to get off the cord? Nope. Oh, you don't care? Okay. Everything's dead. Eco's dead. Jump pack's dead. Bob Kitty's dead, so got the charger on it. I guess we'll let that sit for a minute. guess like Ted said, it's kind of like a canoe. May not hold water too great, but we're doing like some hillbilly stuff. Now we just gotta throw the trailer on the back and we'll really be big rigging it. The battery in the Eco might be chooched. It ran for a while, still dead. On to more good news is it's starting to rain. You guys haven't heard me complain about that in a while. We've been on a dry spell. I have quite the little setup going on here. We got the trailer hooked up, crate on the roof. I'll try and slide it on here. So you're good right there. All right, you're clear of me. So we got our man door loaded up now too. As you saw, we took the crate off. I mean, I think I'm pretty much a freight guy now, so if you need anything delivered, I'm your guy. I really love the Eco because it is just rough enough that you're not scared to do things like that with it. I actually get a ton of use out of this thing. It's got 217,000 miles. It's got some pinstriping and some creases from some trail damage, little paint fade and things like that, so it's the perfect thing to just enjoy. Plus, it's pretty special still. We got the Yellow Car Club. Wonder if those guys need any of my help. I mean, I've put part of one building up. Pretty much an expert. Alright, so we have our door. I think that is a tomorrow project. Whenever I park this thing and don't drive it for a bit, I forget just how much I love it. It's just such a joy to drive. And I thought it was pretty cool. One of the employees at Menards asked me if I knew what this vehicle was used for and how rare it was. And I said yeah, and he gave me a little bit of the backstory that obviously know a little bit on how there was only 28 of them. And it was used for the Eco Challenge as a support vehicle. But no, he told me he did a little research on it because he's been seeing it around town. And he thought it was super neat that it was sitting here in Iowa, which I think's neat as well. I do have everything needed for a 5-speed swap too. Now that the Eco has all its shop chores done, getting everything hauled away and picked up, we're gonna give this guy a bath. I'm ashamed to admit it has not had a wash since we sold the other shop. I sure do miss having that pressure washer set up. But that is sitting away, stored at Ted's house, waiting for a building to be finished. And then we're gonna give this guy the once over. Undecided yet, but I have a Jeeps on the Mountain event this weekend I may go to. It's local, it's on one of the ski slopes. Undecided yet if I go, if I'm gonna camp. If I don't camp, I'm gonna bring this. If I do camp, obviously we'll bring the LR4 with the tent. So we'll make sure both of them are ready to go. I haven't actually taken this on any trails, so I kind of want to do that. And I guess maybe I could come home, switch out, do whatever, and bring the LR4 back later because it is only a few miles away. So who knows? Not sure. And I might forego that altogether and do a little bit of the TWAT, which is the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail. It's kind of a bunch of fire roads that run from the southern border of Wisconsin up towards Lake Superior. I wouldn't do it all. I'd just do a day up, day back however far that got me. Decisions. So the paint on this guy is a little bit chooched out. So we're gonna get the wet sandpaper out. Look, we got like a remnants of a worn sticker. And see if we can clean it up some. Good old single stage. See, we got our color bleeding out. Then on this side we have some paint peeling. This has obviously been resprayed at some point in its life. So we're gonna try and feather that in a little bit. This thing's gonna need some attention on the paint department at some point. It's got some more wounds. But that means this thing was enjoyed, and that's the best way to have one of these. Look at all that color coming off. That pad was orange when I started. I'm not gonna bore you with the entire process, but I don't know on camera if you can see, but this was a 600, 1200, 1500, and then a one-step polish. Look at how much it woke that paint up. And we feathered out our peel and it looks much better. Not good by any means, but none of this is good. It's been a busy week filling in on miscellaneous little stuff. Not only did we grab our door for the shop, Ted also stopped over quick to help me throw up the last couple panels over here. I'm just a wee little guy. I can't throw up 22-foot sheets on my own. But I am really happy seeing the building come together, really getting some eyes on how this guy is gonna look. Can't wait for the rest of that stuff to show up. And it's getting dark and small inside with the back closed in, but that's the way she goes. Now what I'm sure you actually stuck around to the end of the video for, we're gonna see which one of you is winning some, I guess, Lost Cause Ranch apparel. I guess we'll call it that, LCR apparel. Off the little comment contest on the Range Rover camper oil gear. And in the random generator, we came up with Rover Dogs. So I'll reach out to Keith here and we'll get him some stuff sent his way. But make sure to stick around because we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, and I think for that deal, we'll do like 10 giveaways. Nothing crazy, but this free stuff's actually free. But make sure to stick around for that, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. And if you enjoy any of the Rover videos, make sure to give us a like, and we will catch you on the next one. Appreciate you guys watching. Man, I actually hate having to do like that whole ask for likes and subscriber things. Just, I guess it's just the YouTube thing. It feels slimy. I just love this logo for an event. Hell or high water, I'm gonna make it out to the second annual Weenie Roast next year. Shout out to the Underpowered Hour and the Vermont Rover Club for sending Sasha and I some new stickers.